Been here before. The only time we've seen bleaching this bad was in 2016 when just about everything died. So
absolutely incredible. And what we saw over the summer months was very prolonged elevated temperatures across most of the Great Barrier Reef, and probably up at levels that we've seen with significant events beforehand. And then that's actually played out into actual coral bleaching. So just to sort of wind back.
And so these beautiful colours, you know, the pinks and the blues, they're corals screaming out because that's their sunscreen. They make this sunscreen, and they look actually prettier than when they're healthy, because when they're healthy they've got a lot of brown on them. All these brown ones, they've turned up their toes and died. And this is an area that was only just starting to recover. These are small corals that are bleaching. You know, who knows if they'll survive.
In the past, we've suggested we'll get widespread bleaching at around 4-degree heating weeks. So we're well beyond that. And obviously, as the surface waters are heating that much, it's got to attenuate down, right? It's got to be extending further and further down. So I suspect as time goes on and we get more and more of these events, it's actually going to penetrate further down the water column. And so we're going to see more and more bleaching at depth.
Back, and the coral reefs are very similar to that. We have some species of corals that can live 1,000 years or more, and they, you know, if one of those dies, then it takes that long for them to come back. Other ones can bounce back in a matter of 5-10 years, and that's what we've seen a lot of.
Warming continues. So the resilience of the reef is actually compromised by the rapid recovery of these heat-sensitive species. The species that are staghorn, branching corals, and table-shaped corals, they both belong to the genus Acropora, which is a very good species at growing quickly and recovering after a major die-off. But unfortunately, it's also the most susceptible group of corals to the inevitable heat waves that are continuing.
You know, so we'll lose a lot of those structure forming corals. So a lot of the plating ones, a lot of the branching corals, and these are a lot of the corals that fish rely on, right? So we lose them, we lose the fish, we lose the whole ecosystem.
You know, it just makes me angry that it's within our power to stop this from happening, and we are not doing anywhere near enough, quickly enough.
And on that solution, I mean,
But they're by no means enough. We need massive cuts to big things like our industrial carbon pollution that is happening. And that's up to governments, and it's not just up to a single country. Every country has to play their part.